Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. Welcome to our presentation. Today we are going to explore a movie review, Rocket Singh, Salesman of the Year. First, let me begin by introducing a group members. First, Ummu Hanik. Second, Nazla Farzana. Third, Anas Mawaddah. Fourth, Nurul Izzah Iman. And lastly, Nurdania Afrina. My name is Nazla Farzana. I will start with introduction. Motivation refers to the force within the person that affect the direction, intensity, and persistence of voluntary behavior. Motivated employees are willing to exert a particular level of effort, which is intensity, for a certain amount of time, which is persistent, towards a particular goal, which is direction. For the next part, synopsis of the movie. Rocket Singh, a salesman of the year, is a story of a young man named Harpreet who has just finished college with average grades and start his job as a salesman at a large company called AYS Computer. He is an honest person and he wants to do a job where he succeeds by doing it right. Unfortunately, he finds out that the company that he joined actually works in shady ways, where the employee take a bribes, they also lie to the customer, and care more about the money than the people. Even when Harpreet tried to report a customer who offered him a bribe, he was embarrassed in front of everyone and pushed aside by his boss and the co-worker instead of being praised. After that, Harpreet feels so disappointed, but he is not giving up. He secretly started a new company called Rocket Sales Corporation inside the AYS. The company operates in secret where they prioritize honesty and customer satisfaction at a fair price, which makes their business start to grow even more and attract clients who appreciate their work. Unfortunately, the owner of AYS, Sunil Puri, found out about rocket sales. He was shocked that Harpreet was behind it. Sunil Puri is mad and tried to take over the company, but Harpreet refused to do so. Next, the whole team is fired, including Harpreet, and AYS tried to steal the rocket sales after that. Not so long after that, without the principle and passion of Harpreet and his team, the rocket sale would not have been successful as Sunil Puri thinks. At the end, Sunil Puri is forced to return the rocket sales to the Harpreet. Harpreet and his friend rebuilt the rocket sales, this time on their terms, running it with the same honesty and care that made it special and different from AYS. The film shows that you don't need to lie and cheat to succeed. If you believe in your value and treat people right, and stay true to yourself, you can build something meaningful even in a world that often rewards the opposite.
My name is Nurul Izzah Iman binti Amiruddin and I will be continuing with the identification of issues. Firstly, the issue in the movie is imbalance of motivation at AYS Computer. The company focused too much on pushing employees to achieve sales target, which is drive to acquire, but does not help them build strong teamwork or friendship, which is drive to bond. The second issue is the resistance to change and the unwillingness to learn from problems. This happens because employees are more focused on protecting themselves, which is drive to defend, than understanding and improving things, which is drive to comprehend. Harpreet reports unethical action like bribery, but instead of listening, his boss warns him to stay silent. The third issue is the company also fails to meet employees' basic work needs based on the learned needs theory. Harpreet want to succeed in a good and honest way, which is need for achievement, and help improve the team, which is need for power, but the company doesn't support this. The fourth issue is there is a conflict between Harpreet and the company, which starts as a work disagreement but turns into a personal problem where he simply disagree with their sales methods. But after he speaks up, his co-worker begins mocking him and avoiding him and also questioning his abilities. The fifth issue is the lack of emotional intelligence in the company's leader. They don't know how to manage their emotion or understand how others feel. And the last issue is the company puts employees under too much pressure, which causes stress and burnt out. Workers are forced to reach unfair sales goals, deal with conflict, and get no help from the company. I will be passing to the next presenter.
I am Tanya Afrina and I will proceed with explaining learned needs theory. This theory proposed by David McClellan. This theory focuses on three key psychological needs, which are achievement, affiliation, and power, which develop over time through personal experiences and social influence. Unlike basic needs, these needs shape our behavior, especially in workplace. Let's apply this theory to the film Rocket Singh, Salesman of the Year through the main character, Harpreet Singh Bedi. Firstly, need for achievement. Harpreet has a strong desire to accomplish meaningful goals. Despite average academic results, he aims to succeed with integrity. When he witnesses corruption in his company, he takes a stand and secretly starts Rocket Sales Corporation, a business built on honesty and customer service. His drive is not money. Instead, it is about doing things the right way and achieving ethical success. Secondly, need for affiliation. Though achievement-driven, Harpreet values close relationships. He built a team based on trust and shared values, especially with colleagues like Koina and Giri. He supports his teammates emotionally, fostering a culture of empathy and teamwork. His need for affiliation strengthens the unity that powers rocket sales. Thirdly, need for power. Harpreet is not interested in dominance, but he does want to influence others positively. He leads by example, not authority. This reflects socialized power, which is the desire to empower others and improve standards. His influence is built on values, not control, which help establish rocket sales as an ethical, people-first business. To summarize, Harpreet's journey in Rocket Singh is a strong illustration of how McClellan three needs, which are achievement, affiliation, and power, which shape motivation, leadership, and success in a meaningful way.
I am Anas Mawada. Now that we know the synopsis and the key issues in the movie, I'll be sharing how Rocket Singh, Salesman of the Year, explores motivation using three frameworks: for drive theory, intrinsic motivation, expectancy theory. So let's compare AYS Computer with Rocket Sales Corporation. For drive theory, the drive to defend is violated at AYS. Harpreet tries to do the right thing but is rejected, triggering a defensive response. In Rocket Sales, the team defends their values, fair pricing and truthful service with confidence. The drive to acquire at AYS is all about commissions and material gain. At Rocket Sales, the team wants to succeed, but through honest sales, not bribery or manipulation. Next, the drive to bond is absent at AYS. Harpreet is mocked and isolated. In contrast, the Rocket Sales team bonds over shared values. They work closely and support one another like a family. For the last drive is drive to comprehend. AYS discourages learning and promotes shortcuts. At Rocket Sales, team members are encouraged to think independently, learn and contribute new ideas. So let's move on to the intrinsic motivation, where Harpreet and his team start Rocket Sales not for money, but because they believe in ethical business. They take initiative, work after hours, and feel fulfilled by helping customers and doing meaningful work. So let's move on to the expectancy theory. At AYS, the effort performance reward chain is broken. Unethical behavior is rewarded and Harpreet's honest work is mocked, leading to demotivation. At Rocket Sales, the chain works. Effort leads to performance, and then the performance leads to reward. Their success is built on real contributions and fair outcomes.
Next, my name is Hanif binti Azlan, so I will proceed with recommendation. Number 1 is improve the 4 drive theory. The issue is where the AYS company to focus on reaching sales and disregard value of friendship and teamwork. This also lead to workers are hesitant to voice out their opinions. So what AYS can do is
It can create a workplace where employees feel motivated to achieve the company's goals through ethical values. Next, it should encourage unity and mutual support among all employees. AYS should ensure that workers who exhibit unethical behavior are safeguarded. Next one, AYS should provide training, learning pathways, and workshops to advance employees' understanding of ethics, sales, customer service, and soft skills. The next one is applying the learned needs theory. The issue is where AYS disregarded Harpreet's strong drive for success. He wanted to take charge, achieve significant goals, and receive praise. But AYS did not accept it, did not done it. So what AYS should do is Harpreet should have been assigned to a customer experience development position. And the third one is enhancing employee well-being. The issue is where the AYS leadership is unable to identify and control both their own and other people's emotion. So AYS should provide emotional intelligence training where highly emotionally intelligent leaders are more likely to handle disagreement without making people feel more stressed. Next one is solve task and relationship conflict. There is a disagreement between Harpreet and AYS over the best approach to handling sales and customer support. When Harpreet exposes unethical activity and is criticized by his co-workers, the task conflict eventually turns into a relationship conflict. So AYS should take some approach to reduce the conflict immediately. Firstly, AYS should emphasize superordinate goals, where it should reduce the incompatibility of goals by presenting a higher common goals. Next, it should reduce differentiation by enhancing inter-role communication. And the last one is AYS should improve communication and understanding by creating guidelines that promote constructive criticism and disagreement without fear of consequences. The last one is AYS should motivate the employee. The issue arises where high pressure to reach dishonest sales goals, conflict between teammates, and a lack of support are what demotivate AYS employees. So AYS should provide stress reduction techniques including task balancing, reasonable performance standards, and private employee support programs. That's all from me. I will pass to the next presenter.
In conclusion, the movie Rocket Singh Salesman of the Year illustrates how motivation plays an important role in shaping human behavior, both personally and professionally. From the organizational behavior, it highlights key theories such as a 4-drive theory, which are drive to acquire, bond, learn, and defend, and the learn needs theory, including achievement, affiliation, and power. These motivational factors are reflected in the character's action, decision, and relationship. The movie demonstrates that motivation is not unchanged but influenced by internal factors and external challenges, highlighting the importance for leaders and individuals to understand and harness motivation to achieve success, overcome difficulty, and also foster growth in the workplace.
That's all from us. Thank you.